So it causes a few different things. So I don't do any canvassing.
Just in case you get into an argument with the voter.
I wanted to say.
By mail.
Maybe it's a little funny, but you know, I was thinking what kind of electors are important for me. You know, you are going standard way. It's typically violent. Everybody's canvassing, knocking, and so on 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 and so on. It's typical. But if you think like me, for example, I was thinking about that migrants are my main, sorry for this marketing term, target. You know, migrants only. I'm migrant. You're a migrant. Do people in Estonia knocking to a door, candidates? No. I was talking with one Russian guy, and he told me that if someone opened the door and I said, "Fuck off, go away, don't disturb me at my home." So, in my opinion, migrants don't expect any canvassing. They don't wait for it. Irish people, yes. English people, maybe. I don't know. I was never in UK, only 10 days. But I think that migrants don't expect it, and they don't wait for your knocking and taking his, her, or them time.
I'm waiting for my candidates.
Very good. You're probably absolutely exceptional. Of course, any small person, small part of this migrant community is expecting and waiting because they expect something new. For example, oh, in Poland, nobody was knocking to my door, and I expect that someone will knock and to talk to me. You know, but I think that maybe 95% of these people don't expect it. So I don't do it because I think I will tell you what I am doing. You know, the first question was previous question was what how we because it's in my person, in my activity, it's connected. It's how to say merged. Because I had a serious accident 9 months ago, so I was not able to walk. So I didn't attend this action, this campaign. You are at home, vote. You are at home, here, vote in Poland, for example. And I didn't take, but I was talking in radio, in internet radio, I was talking about it. I have written a big article in Polska Gazeta. Here in this house during the general meeting, annual general meeting, I was talking about to people about it, and I'm sure that any people took these forms for registration after my explanation why they should do that. They were encouraged, and because I'm focused on migrants, I used this absolutely. It's something incredible because probably Irish people don't know, but you know that in Ireland, candidate is getting a CD with a database of all electors, with names and addresses, and in what kind of elections they may attend. In Poland, it's not possible. So, getting this CD with database, I spent a few times, for 2 or 3 days, depends on how huge is this database, for example, 29,000 names, or 36, or over 43, for example, in sorts, 43,000 names. And I'm looking for migrants. Name, of course. I'm able to, because I'm maybe not very good in languages, but I'm musician era here. And I see, for example, no Staniete, maybe Estonian, maybe Romanian, Arabian, Nigerian, and so on and so on. I have fun, for example, in sorts. I'm doing just that in the last moment, but 3,500 names of foreigners. I'm sending letters to them with my leaflet. I'm really sorry, I forgot to take it. And this, how to say, campaign and action, how to say, I was interested for, sorry, I was looking for correct word, was interested for migrants and for migrants media. And just today, let me show you something. Sorry for it. I had to do something. Just today I have got information, a result of my campaign. Moment, please. I have printed. And in the front page of Metro Ironing is an article about me. That I'm a person who's running in 3 wards, 3 constituencies. Yes, I told that before. And I'm giving a chance for migrants to vote for migrant. You know, because in all these constituencies, it's no migrant as a candidate. It's Kromin Kimmich merchants, ushers, I would say this way. This is Swords and Northwood, the second one in County Fine Gael, and it is Malahide Holt Portmarnock as a third constituency.
Right.
And I think it will be, yeah.
Being a migrant is a drama for everyone, for every family, for Irish families, for Polish families, for everyone who has to suffer migration, you know. But who is responsible for that to happen? And that's the key thing, you know, to tackle, you know, because I think in my view, the reason that the Spanish are in Ireland or the Irish are in Australia, you know, there are some people responsible for that. And we cannot talk about, okay, we are migrant.
It's all right. Yes. All right, but it was my individual decision. Yes. You know. But these people, because we are talking about what? The question was, how are you doing? What do you think about canvassing? So I'm playing. I don't do that because I'm not interested in that. Yeah. I'm looking for a very special, really narrow target.
And that's
we have 2 different sets of targets.
If I can now suggest that we can take a few questions from the audience.
You want to help all?
That's right.
I listened to the last one with immense interest, but most voters are Irish citizens. Most migrants don't seem to be registered to vote. If you spend your efforts just canvassing other migrants, can you realistically expect to be elected? What are you doing to reach out to the voters in your areas, other than migrants? That's the question I'd like to hear you answer.
Can I answer that? Well, canvassing, door to door, knocking on doors, engaging. I mean, we've sent out 5 leaflets, this is the 5th one. So, to the whole constituency, that's how you engage. I think that's basic. I know it's a traditional way, but that's how you engage with people, I think. You know, being part of community events and so on, that's how you engage.
That's what I agree.
May I say something?
Part of the debate.
You're right, probably, because it's as I thought, many Irish people expect it, you know, they wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
But as someone told during this scientist panel, that this, how to say, trust, or it's built for 10 years, for 20 years, or 50 years. I don't know. You know, we are. I'm talking about. We are new. Nobody knows me, or almost nobody. If even you are engaged in many projects, probably you are recognized by 200, maybe 300 people, but you need 2.5 or 3,000 votes, for example. So, for example, in one constituency, when I ran in Kromin Kimmich for 8 seats, 6 seats only, it's 18 candidates. So maybe 1 or 2 people from candidates are, how we say in Polish, locomotive. So they are the best and they will get many votes. But the rest, the 16 people, will be splitted with votes, and differences maybe will be per 50 votes, for example. Sorry, you know, so this is lottery.
But okay, so you're taking a chance. But the question is that, you know, that seriously, that there still, despite the fact that there's so many migrants in Ireland, it's still Ireland, and it's still mostly Irish. Okay? So the question from there is, how do you engage Irish people. So we know that it's taking the chance of migrants
I
only.
don't do that.
But
I'm
how
going
do
for
you
coffee.
how do you engage Irish people? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't have to be in school now, so I don't know. Okay, well, 1, 2, yeah.
I mean, I just in case anyone missed it, I think that 5-minute speech from Lack was nothing other than a sales pitch. So any candidate not doing this campaign to the next campaign. I think Lack is absolutely right. I mean, people are different, and the home is not necessarily the natural place for a political pitch. So I think people who are now, with respect to Eoin, he said about almost an hour ago he didn't like how entrepreneurial politics is becoming. I do. I welcome it, and I urge you all, whether you're voting or not, think carefully about the relationship between the type of campaign people run in Ireland or any other country, and then if they win, the kind of office holder they are. Think very carefully about that. And I think, you know, in Germany there's a proverb, I don't know the exact German, but one doesn't like to know what goes into one's politicians or one's sausages. That's not a comment in German cuisine, but I think it is a comment on politicians everywhere. And I think the more transparent and engaging people are about their campaigns, probably the more transparent they'll be as office holders as well.
Yes, I just would like to wish Lech all the best in his modern and brave campaign. And the only thing I would like to add is just maybe, because you said that the migrants don't expect someone knock to their door, it might be true because they probably don't know that the election is going on. They're probably still wondering what are those posters doing on those towns, right? So maybe that's the reason why. And then
movie posters. You are a star.
Coming back to the encouraging people, I agree, like with Nadine, and fully support that, you know, canvassing is the only way, and I distributed around 3,000 leaflets already with helping of a couple of friends of mine, and I talked with hundreds of people already. And coming back to the point that about the attitude and how people react on me as a migrant, I have quite challenging area because it's a lot of populations is living in social houses, so they are you know, very upset what's going on right now. So I was a bit worried to go and ask for votes, but yet I have very nice, very positive feedback, and everyone welcomed me like I was one of them. You know, they admire that I live locally, I want to do something for them, they invite me for coffee, for tea. I didn't have any negative feedback so far from either Irish or migrant community. So, and I definitely am going to do this for another couple of days till elections. So.
Just from your point that after all it is Ireland, it's just, although we are migrants and there are going to be voices to be elected, you know, for migrant communities, we're also going to represent Irish in the council, so that's
Basically,
very important.
Irish plus migrants.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm focusing on, canvassing online in English and in Polish. And talking with everyone, their own language. And
Irish migrants and foreign nationals who've been in this country for decades. That's the third category of people.
I think we have an advantage of that we could, on top of helping Irish in our local communities, help those Polish who are underrepresented. That's our extra points. But we shouldn't focus only on Polish because we live in Ireland, not in Poland. And yeah, well, okay, as you ask about these leaflets and so on, as I'm still studying, I'm a mature student, I don't have cash or any support for all those thousands of leaflets or the brilliant posters. But I'm doing this online, and I'm always participating in the debates. Right now we are going tomorrow for Rings and Community Garden over here in Nadine to talk with people, and that's what I'm focusing on during canvassing.